Hi guys, welcome to part 2 of my legendary vlogging series. This time we are exploring Shanghai. First of all, Happy New Year to you all. 2021, here we go. I probably should wear my mask, there's plenty of people around. But first, this is where I stayed. My hotel is just around here, like a couple minutes walk, right in the center of Shanghai. It's called Yuyuan Gardens, and it's like Tat Central. Tat City Central, but we're going to take a look around because it's also very pretty, especially at nighttime. That's why I decided to come here at night. So let's get this underway. I have obviously prepared nothing. Like this garden, we stayed next to it for the last 4 days, literally next to it, and we didn't go in once. I don't know why. Like I've been in there before, like there was more things going on. It's okay, we'll take a look now, see what we can see. First off, this is just the road outside the gardens. Very pretty all lit up there. We got this massive mural on the wall here. It's actually for last year when the big, the 70th anniversary of the Chinese Communist Party being established. It's celebrating that, but it's still up here, bright and colourful. Maybe they'll add I don't know, next one's for the 80th, I guess. But my hotel is just at the end of this road. Pretty lanterns, and let's take a look at the shops on our left here. It's Tat, it's already Tat, but we still got some like brands, so that means we're not fully inside the gardens yet. Now I'm not sure how much it's going to have changed in the last, I don't know, it's been a couple of years. It must have been 2018 I went there last. Oh, 2016 rather. So yeah, let's see what difference 4 years makes. Lovely warm hats, pandas, Peppa Pig bags. You won't get bored here. Now there is an entrance, but I'm going to take you around the front side, so I think it's going to be prettier. So, I do come to Shanghai. I've been a couple of times, but this time is a little bit different because it's so cold. So cold. Like it's been -5 for the last 4 days. I got this big old puffer jacket, and let's just take note here. This McDonald's was not open when we arrived. It was like empty with no staff, and now you can eat there. It's open. That's quick. Amazing. Just as we checked out of the hotel, but whatever. Yeah, so this year Shanghai has been freezing, but no raggies. It's been really fun for New Year. Let's walk over here. Here we got our lovely street cleaners who are doing all the work all the time. Shanghai is a very, very clean city. For 20 million people, very clean. As is every Chinese city. So look how pretty all this is with all the Chinese roofs. You're going to get Chinese roof blind in this garden. Now, this is a taxi. These are 2 taxis. And actually, honestly, some of the first I've seen since being here. Like, they're scarce. The way everyone gets around is by Didi here, which is the Chinese Uber. Am I getting shouted at? No, I'm not. Thank goodness. So here we are. We're in the Yuyuan Garden. Anyway, I was talking about Didi. So Didi, here, you order one and then you wait in a long queue of people, because that's how everyone gets around, because everyone's too bougie for the metro here. But in Shenzhen, you order one and you get it instantly. So that kind of sucks here. Like if you, for example, on New Year's, I ended up cycling all the way home. It took a long time, far longer than I care to admit, because I did not plan going home in advance there. But here we are. This is the garden. This is a big old restaurant building here, I think. Well, I say garden. It's more of like a complex. Here's some riot police, because when it all kicks off. Let's see what else we got here. Plenty of tea shops. All of this. Plenty of people too. It's Saturday, so yeah, you do notice the streets are a lot busier on Saturdays. You got your lanterns here. We got more gardens here. But yeah, anyway, like today, I checked out of my hotel, which is right next to here, and went all the way over to Amy's place, which is an hour away, like, but if you take the metro. And I I just hang out there for a while, napped a bit, and then came all the way back here because I think it's more pretty at night time. Like everything's all lit up. To your left, you shall see some tat and some crowds and some crying children. Ah yes, silk scarves. Silk scarves are very, very popular in this part of China. This is where all the scarves for your mother come from, indeed. Let's take a check. Some snacks. Cultural gift store. Aha, here we go. Now this is the pretty part. We got Pandora, obviously, and a Swash market. But over here is the water gardens part. Ooh. Very nice, eh? There's your reflection. Cute. I'm gonna go find a different part, a slightly more impressive part. I just came around the corner a bit, like there was lots of big crowds there from the garden. And this is just one of the little alleyways. There's also a laser show going on, so I'll try and get a shot of that with the world's second tallest building or something like that. So yeah, you can see that from basically everywhere in Shanghai. Oh, let's go past this restaurant here. And these, oh wow, that is a crowded street. There's got to be a lot going on down there. Oh, let's take a right instead. Next to the trash. And the other side of this building, and I have definitely gone the wrong way, but there are some lasers in the sky if you can see them. Oh, maybe the light show. Ah, we'll catch that later maybe. We'll see. There's some steaming dumplings in a pot. Beautiful. Alright, let's go tackle that busy street. Here we go. Oh wow. All these signs up here. They're very pretty. Very, very, very tatty. Let's look at that. That's Elsa, you can see here in all these figurines. Here is a famous basketball player, I assume. I couldn't tell you. Chinese tat. And you guessed it. What on earth is that? Alright, they do these things on the streets, like very loud, obnoxious things to make people look. I think he's just making some jewelry, something like that. Postcards, also postcards. Costumes, maybe to take pictures in, maybe to take home. Ooh, okay, hang on, let me go find something a bit more exciting. Literally 5 steps later, I find a Coca-Cola shop, which has everything Coca-Cola. I didn't know this was a thing that existed, but I mean, fair enough. And here you can buy your very own Coca-Cola, so should you be thirsty, this is the place to be. Huh? It looks like I've exited somehow. So let's find another entrance there. Well, turns out that garden is a whole lot smaller than I remember, and a whole lot less tatty, believe it or not. Like there used to be in the middle of the path, like there used to be these stalls with people selling things. And they'd constantly be at you like, come here, good price, buy watch. Maybe it's like that in the daytime, or maybe the government's cracked down on it or something. But still outside here, I don't know if you can see that. There's plenty of tat to be found. So right now, I'm going to walk to the Bund. Oh, I'm getting helloed. He's right, he wants to show me some squid. No, thank you. Adorable. But I have eaten Taco Bell, so I'm fine. Now, yeah, right, I'm just going to walk along this long, dark road until we get to the riverfront, which is the pretty part. Here we are at the Bund, which is the financial district of Shanghai. Here we've got all the way along the river, this big old river, and you've got the Pearl Tower over there. And up here, the second tallest building in the world, maybe. Now, when I was here in 2014 and 2016, it was still under construction, but now it's finished and lighting up, saying Happy 2020 to everyone. And just behind that, we'll get a better angle of that along the river a bit. There is a building that is shaped exactly like a bottle opener. So cheers to the new year, Shanghai, thank you. Now all the way along here is very, very busy. So you see, the thing is, I want to take a selfie with all these buildings, but I'm a bit ashamed. And like, if you ask someone here to take a photo for you, it's gonna probably end in tears. Like, you might get shanghaied. They'll take your phone and run. Like Chris, we were with Chris before, and he left his phone down in H&M, and like for 1 second, and it got nicked. His phone got nicked, but I reckon it was just an excuse because he wanted the new iPhone 12 or whatever it is. So that was the whole drama we had. Don't leave your phone on the bin in H&M in Shanghai. It will get nicked. Now the further along we get, those buildings in the distance are very derivative, I think, of London buildings. And when we get a bit closer, I'll show you in closer detail. But first, let me tell you a story of the first time I came to Shanghai here in 2014. When I went to Weihai, we did a summer trip here. We did a small trip here. We rode this train down from Weihai for 2 days. It was pretty miserable trip. I won't lie to you. Like, we got here. That was with Amy C as well. We got here and none of us had booked a hostel. And we arrived here at 11 p.m. So we were like, oh, it'll be fine. We'll find a hostel on our way. But we didn't. And we were walking around this godforsaken city for many hours until 1 a.m. it was, when we were like, okay, this is a joke. We need to find somewhere. So we thought it was a good idea to go to a police station and ask. And it turned out it was a good idea. They were very friendly in there. I was like, hey, can you help us find a youth hostel? We're scared and lost. And they were like, yeah, sure, I've got a good one. He wrote one down for me. I put it in my maps, and away we went. But before he gave me that, like before I could talk to someone, he was like, please wait. And this like fighting guy came in, throwing punches at the policeman, and we were just sat there like, oh my god, what have we done? Is this how we die in Shanghai? But it all worked out in the end. We got this hostel, and I am grateful for his recommendation. Like, otherwise we would have slept on the streets there. But the hostel he gave us, it was not the best. I mean, it wasn't the Ritz. Like, it was 8-bed dorms with no AC. Now, air conditioning is very important here in China, like, because it's always too cold or too hot. Especially in Shenzhen, it's always too hot. But here in Shanghai on that weekend, it was 50 degrees. Like, it reached 50 degrees at one point, I think. But that was the high. But all the rest of the time, it was just awful. We were sweating out so bad. And in this hostel with no AC, it was a bit tragic. A little bit tragic. So that whole trip was kind of... we were all so tired after that, and we were just like, that's enough Shanghai. That was my first experience of Shanghai, and I wasn't that impressed. I was like, take it or leave it. But this time, I've had a great time already. It's only been 4 days. I realised there's so much more to do here than in Shenzhen. Like, the expat population is massive. Shenzhen has gone down so much since COVID because everyone's just kind of bailed. But Shanghai's still thriving. Plenty to do. And there's 3 Taco Bells here, so you know what? I'm considering the move, I won't lie to you. Oh dear. Now, this is not as busy as I remember it, perhaps because it's so cold outside. Perhaps. We've all got these weather warnings, like the government issued warnings to our phone numbers, like, stay inside, it's too cold, wrap up warm. I think so there's like nothing on them. They can't be like, well, we did tell you. Also, on that trip in 2014, another tragic tale. We were starving. This is the second day now. We were absolutely starving, and it was getting late. And we come to the Bund. We come right here, literally where I'm walking. And I think we went down that road, right there, to find a restaurant. Now, for some reason, we thought that was a good idea in the financial center of Shanghai, to just walk into any restaurant and be like, yeah, get me a $3.99 meal deal, please. No. We went up there, there's like bottles of Voss water everywhere. It was a lot. It was so expensive and fancy. We got down, like, they brought us over all these free snacks. But like, while we wait, while we're thinking of what's order, we look at the menu and it's thousands of kuai, like, and we're like, oh, sorry, we didn't realize, and just kind of ran away. I found a Mackey's down the road or something. Yeah, that was a different time. Now I know just to go straight to Mackie. Now, can you see these buildings a bit clearer? Because I hope you understand what I mean when I say derivative. You see this column here? This distinct column in the middle? And that like clock tower over here? I don't know, the way they light up, it just reminds me of London, or like Europe somehow. I know Shanghai has a French concession, but I don't know where it is. Like maybe this is it. I couldn't tell you. Alright, this is the place. Let me stop here and get a selfie. Here we are. This is the central part. Right next to the column here. I got that selfie, don't you worry. That'll be posted somewhere. And these buildings, which are very atypical of China, so I just thought that was strange. And our police station right here to control the crowds, I assume. Don't get too rowdy now. Alright, so after our Bund trip, we will see if we can get to the shopping street. Now, I don't think it's too far from here. It's called Nanjing Pedestrian Street, I think. And that's not that interesting. The most interesting thing there, is because James was there the other day just walking on his own, and he almost got scammed. Now, like scammed by two people approaching him and trying to make him do something. Now I want to try and recreate that. That's my goal here. So we'll see if that works out. Otherwise, it's kind of nice to look at, I suppose. And I think at the end of it drops me at Amy's work, so she might finish work at that time. And we can get a cab home together. But this is it for the Bund for now. I will show you the pedestrian street shortly. This clock thing has started bonging. Just to prove that it's Big Ben. That's what it is. Also, what time is it? It must be 6, it must be 7. One of those. All the crowd suddenly got very, very strong. I do wonder, blimey, someone's having a bad time. I do wonder why. Maybe there's a metro stop here or something. Or maybe this is Nanjing Road. Let's just, whoa, can you see how thick this crowd is? That's the 20 million people for you. Also, this is where the laser show was earlier, but I missed it. I do apologize. Maybe that's why there's crowds and that's all suddenly gone dark. Let's hang out here for a sec and see if some light show begins. And there's lots of people's cameras out. Here we go. There's some countdown going on. 3, 2, 1. I think there's the sound. Oh, there you go. Oh, look at that timing, guys. Smashing. Oh, there's a lot of shouting going on. So I'm not sure what else will happen. Fireworks were banned here in Shanghai, which is a shame. So no fireworks this New Year because of some accident. I don't know, any excuse to ruin our fun. So instead we have laser shows. Yeah. Wow, that's a pretty major one, isn't it? Oh yeah. Alright, it's just going to be more of the same, so... Oh man, the crowd is so strong. Look at that. Oh, unbelievable. I don't want to view the whole thing. If you want to watch the whole thing, please search on YouTube. Because big crowds stress me out. Wow. Oh, there's the police blowing his little whistle there to make him feel a bit more powerful. And the obnoxiously loud music. There we go, very smoky, very pretty. Very many people. Unreal timing, like I was just saying, this is where the laser show we missed is. And here it is. I mean, it's no fireworks, but it's still pretty alright. There's lasers coming from every which way. Up over our Big Ben over there. I'm not sure what this is trying to signify, the green. Answers in the comments below. Answers on a postcard, there you go. What do you think this is like trying to express? Very shiny. Oh, there's our bottle opener building. That's what the one I'm talking about. With the hole in the top. Ready to open your beer. Where's this road? Oh wow! I'm not sure if you can hear, but the quality of the music that they're blasting is not high. I'm talking like 144p. Not the best. Some kid beatboxing. Oh, that's better. Start doing something. Nice. Yeah, you can watch that on YouTube if you want. I've seen plenty of laser shows in my time. Oh, look at all these buildings! Oh, that's so much. I love it. Unreal. Now, can I get out here? No, I can't. I think I'm getting shouted at. Am I? No, I'm not. Yeah, okay, I can get out here. Wow, look at them go. I love it how they get it all in time. Like, that's pretty impressive. Oh yeah, okay, I can't get out there. There's just lots of police, lots of security, and lots of people. Now, I think this is the pedestrian road. Oh, sick, here it is. That's worked out. Maybe it is. So this, I assume, is prime scamming time. But the thing is, as soon as you start videoing them, they stop scamming you, because then you've got some evidence. Oh, the laser show finished. Or the music stopped, rather. So I might I'm gonna walk a bit and oh my god, look at all these people. Whoa. All the people that missed the laser show. Lucky us, eh? Alright, I'm gonna, oh yeah, this goes pretty cool here. We've got like countdown timer, the road splashing, like don't walk, you'll die. And the funny part, if you do walk, then they put you a big screen on this to shame you in front of everyone. Like, this guy's not obeying the laws, look at him. So that's pretty funny. But that laser show was like 3 minutes, 5 minutes, I don't know. Maybe it's a lot of budget or something. It takes a lot of money. Oh, this is gonna be so crowded. Oh boy. Alright, I'll put you away for a minute. Here we go, this is East Nanjing Road, I think. With a pedestrian zone, and there are plenty of them. Wow, I'm not sure if it's like this every Saturday or every evening, or because the laser show just happened. But this is where to go if you're coming shopping in Shanghai. It's pretty long. So like my main goal here is just to get Shanghaied. And I will let you know how it goes. I hope for some success. If not, whatever, we tried our best. I've got to look as scared and confused as possible. Or like as clueless as possible, rather. Normally it's two girls, they'll approach you. The two girls will approach a guy and they'll say, hello, do you like Chinese food? Like they'll start striking up a conversation and then they'll lead on to, do you like Chinese food? Or something like that. Do you like tea? Would you like to try some? Come with us. And then the unsuspecting foreign guy goes with these two pretty ladies and he's led to this like sort of alley and they take him to this kind of legit looking restaurant, like a tea house or something. Right, and then they take him in and everything's very normal. They're very friendly in there. And like he eats his food, like he finishes drinking his tea, and then the bill comes, and there's like an extortionate bill, and it's very, very high priced, because they're scamming you, right? It's going to be thousands of kwai. Like, you can't afford it, but it's going to set you back. And they can kind of get away with it, like, because the police don't really help the foreigners, because it's more hassle than it's worth. So they kind of get away with it here. Like, it's pretty bad. But it very nearly happened to James yesterday. Like, he was walking here on New Year's Day, and exactly that happened. Two girls came up to him. They started talking to him in English, which he was surprised at because he's kind of clueless. And they're saying, "Hey, do you like noodles? Do you like Chinese food?" And James said no. He's like, "I'm going to McDonald's." So he got out of that one. Oh, we got so many popo. So yeah, let's try and get Shanghaied. Or maybe there's too many popo to get Shanghaied. We'll see how it goes. Alas, here we are at the almost end of Nanjing Street, and I have not yet been Shanghaied. So I'm sorry to disappoint. I'm sorry that we couldn't have the full Shanghai experience there. But let's just take a look at the end of the street here. I'm not sure if you could see me at all there. That was just me guessing. We got a massive Miniso mansion, if you will. Plenty of popo about now. You see, I think that was our issue. The Shanghaiers were too afraid. I also don't know if this video is going to be landscape or portrait, so let me just double tap here. There we go. Maybe that's better. Maybe it's the same. Who knows? Shanghai Mackies are everywhere. Like, the whole of China, they are everywhere. But this one in particular is super expensive. And there's another one like a few minutes walk down there, which is literally half the price. This is the kind of extortion that China can get away with. Because people have too much money. Pretty late. Now, Amy's work is currently at the end of the street. It's just a little bit further down. So she works like right in the center of the city, which is awesome. But the HQ is moving tomorrow, I think. So she's moving to HQ rather, which is a little bit further out, but it's closer to her place. So you know what? I think she's done all right. Seems pretty happy here. And like, you see, everyone who's moved from Shenzhen to Shanghai is like, what are you doing still in Shenzhen? It's so much better here. You see, I don't know what to do here. I don't know what to do. I'll think about it. But there's Subway, there's Irish bars all over. There's just one down there. We got Pandora, which I can't get enough of. This is the, what do you call it? The thing I dressed up for as Halloween. It's the Why My Guys. They are the Deliveroo people everywhere in China, as I'm sure I've shown you before. Massive M&M store, like who knows why, just accepted at this point. That'll do it. Yeah, that's the end down there. So I will wrap this vlog, the video log experience up by saying thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And also, don't send this to anyone or upload it to YouTube, or I will kill you, Alex. I hope you can hear my voice, because I have no idea. Whatever, enjoy. Happy New Year!